All right, back with our last session of Brogue. I'm not going to be beating this game, as we already knew. I'm going to be playing for about another 4 hours and see what happens in that period. I feel like I've seen a good cross-section of the game, though. Had a couple really good runs. I assume crazy stuff happens once you actually get to the amulet. You were saying that like 100 hours for a blind playthrough seems like an underestimate to actually beat it. I don't think I've done the best job of learning something on literally every run, but... So we want to not be wearing this if we can avoid it, because it's worse armor than leather armor, but I also want to identify it for free if I can, so, well, I can switch to the chainmail. Took more than that, gotcha. It is kind of cool to see that with each, like, stream, I'm doing better at the game, so I am learning stuff, even if sometimes I make the same mistake over and over. Could be worse. I'm gonna die here. We're fine, everything's fine. Hit bloat could be problematic in a second. Just throw a dart here. Okay. Hey Swanson, how you doing? Now I got banded mail. It's not cursed. Prefer to use that over the chainmail, assuming neither of them are runic. See if I can get some strength increases. I need to find a weapon. All right, this one we want to just mash search. So I need to mash search for longer than that, okay. Chainmail is +0. Let's try the bandit armor. Okay. Recharging charm is potentially pretty good. I need to go back and... I haven't done any of the, like, Coliseum post-game stuff in Hollow Knight. Beat it on stream forever ago. I did like the Grim DLC, but that was it. Okay, I thought there was going to be a door there. Alright, so let's see. There's a weapon. Broadsword. Isn't the best thing this stage, but probably better than nothing. Let's try burning through potions here. Hungry now. Well, shit. There's quite a bit of, like, difficult endgame stuff in it, isn't there? This might kill me. This banded mail does not seem to be enchanted. And I'm dead, that's fine. There's supposed to be some, like, super hard endgame gauntlet thing, right? Heard about it. That's cool. Alright, so this is probably going to be levitation. Not curse the rapier. Come back this floor once I get armor, because I don't want to use that up here. An axe. Let's see what this staff is. Staff of Blinking. Is it a good one? Okay, well, we know how many charges it has. Not a great one. The worst possible staff is 2 charges, right? Oh, shit. Fucking eels, man. I'm gonna die. That sucks. If I jump, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, okay. Wasn't expecting there to suddenly be 4 jackals on the bridge while I had the bloat blocking me from leaving. Unfortunate. See what the staff is. Staff of Tunneling. I want to see how many charges it is. Okay, 3 charges. What are the most charges a staff can have, especially on early levels? I think I've seen 4 is the most I've seen on an early level. Maybe that's... Could still roll higher than that. So no weapons and armor. There's gonna be a monkey somewhere with a key. Gotcha. 2 and 3 are equally common. Anything above is pretty rare. Gotcha. These are or armor. Didn't get the key from the monkey, so let's try to find it. I think I've run into it a couple times and it's just run away. It didn't end up in the water anywhere, it seems like. Don't think it came this way. Or this way. There it is. Okay. We got scale mail, Warhammer. Let's try the scale mail. Weak with hunger. Okay. Oh, my pack is full. Shit. Okay. Need to find like a weapon. Or armor. I guess I could always go back to the previous floor and swap to whichever one I get a copy of. And I'm dead. Okay. Figured the scale armor would give me enough of an advantage against a jelly, but I guess the main problem is the dagger does such little damage as to be really problematic, right? Oh shit. Royal Rat Authority, I'm basically dead when that happens. I don't think there's any way out of it. It's fine. I guess Auto Explorer won't trigger that one, right? The only, like, key-oriented puzzle that Auto Explorer will trigger on you is the one where you fall in the holes in the room. But I could recognize what room that is, turn off Auto Explorer, and come back to it when I feel like I'm ready, I guess. Ring of Clairvoyance. Okay, 2 rings that aren't cursed on the first floor. That's fun. And a Warhammer that isn't cursed. I guess we'll keep it equipped just in case there's like rats or something. So I can try to identify it. I'm gonna die to an eel in this run. I can feel it. Okay. This goblin's gonna kill me, man. Okay. Hit chance clearly sucks ass. Fucking eels. Okay. Still no armor, right? No. So, like, is it reasonable to expect a secret room in this north section? Like, I guess I don't really have a good feeling for when, like, how much of a typical screen should be filled in with accessible rooms, right? I wonder how far behind that's put me, not really knowing to search for secret rooms unless if there's something obvious. Really? Okay. Because it'll always show the border of it or something. A key room. Be careful with that. Look at this banded mail, and then I can start experimenting with stuff. I see. All right, please don't be cursed, Mr. Banded Mail. Not cursed. I'm gonna die. That's sad. I was like, finally, I get to start a run. I guess that's the second time in a row that my potion experimentation produced a potion of depth, and then I landed somewhere that sucked immediately. Cursed ring. I'll try to live with it. Can maybe get a scroll of remove curse. this is bad. Yeah. I'm getting deleted today. I feel like I'm not making unusually bad decisions for what I've been doing lately. Can I get a do-over? Okay. About to die to an eel. Holy shit. I swear I'm not doing anything particularly differently from how I usually do it. Okay. Just need armor. Is dispersal partially random? I feel like it's... Sometimes it, like, disperses instantly, and sometimes it takes, like, twice as long. Like a chance for the gas to disperse in every turn or something like that. Did the monkey steal something from me? No. I see, because it, like, spreads out every turn into every adjacent tile. Axe 4 more enemies to see what it is. Hunt down that rat if we can. I think this is going to be a +0 axe. Yep, called it. Stop missing the monkey. I'm gonna die to this goblin. Holy shit. Oh man, cannot catch a break today. I guess I've had, of the runs we've attempted so far, I've had 2 where I got my weapon and armor, and then as soon as I started experimenting, I fell down a hole. weapons or armor yet. Negation Charm is nice. Situations where that could save me. Bandit armor is not cursed. Careful with the... I think it's like, once I get to the 3rd floor, having armor that's worse than leather armor is very likely to kill me. I guess I'm also likely to die no matter what with bad armor against an eel, if I don't catch that it happened quickly enough to come off of Auto Explorer. Rapier, please don't be cursed. All right, can actually maybe have a run here. All right, topped off. Please don't be a depth potion. Potion of speed. Okay. Strength. No, I got one really early, but it didn't drop me in a room that instantly killed me, so that's nice. Detect magic. Rapier and the mail both suck. That's unfortunate. Okay. And a negative potion and some positive scrolls. Okay. Rapier is not the best against these things. A question for you, Kira. You said that you would never use enchanting scrolls on the starting armor or dagger. Do you apply that same logic to a weapon and armor that you're certain are not already enchanted and can't possibly be runic? Or does it, I guess it depends. Maybe you would if it was like plate or something. Okay. Cursed, 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 cursed. Everything sucks. I guess this has no penalty. And you have to, there's nothing better, I see. Which is not the dagger or the leather armor, right? Because the base quality is so low on those. Gotcha. Should have gone for this guy first, but that's okay. I like having the rapier just because it feels like it gives me more options in situations like that with the fast attacking. Might die here, we'll see. Best ally. Pack is full. I can dump some garbage here. Dump this. I want to guess what this is. Might be good to use in my ally, right? Staff of Healing, okay. Dump this. Probably dump this. I was still working on potion experimentation. Well, at this point now, I want to see if I can find something else to enchant, potentially. Ring of Transference +2. That's cool. Weak with hunger, you say? Yeah, the rapier feels nice against, like, monkeys, because it feels like it's not just a given that it's going to steal from me and then get out of my range and have to waste, like, 5 darts on it. Oh, fuck. Up to 7 spaces away. Another one down here. Hate those fucking things, man. My least favorite. Okay. Maybe try this dagger. What if it's enchanted? Who knows? And you said throwing a negative potion always reveals what it is. One of the worst ones it could have been, I guess, in that situation. Oh boy. Pack is too full to pick up a spear. Get rid of the banded mail, I guess. Another splint mail. Spear's also not cursed, so that's cool. That splint mail is not cursed. Dagger, I should be able to pretty quickly tell if it's special or not. Oh boy. Another potion of speed. I guess having the potion of creeping death could be useful later, but friend died. That's unfortunate. Oh no, he didn't die. He's just waiting out the goop. Okay. Oh, shit. I guess I can just start using these scrolls. I don't know about the splint mail, though. This is probably the enchanting scroll. Let me try to get everything identified, I guess. Oh boy. Kind of want to know what the willow staff is. I want to identify this dagger like very quickly. I guess I can dump the +0 rapier. You full to pick up a jade ring. I don't know if it's gonna be any good though. How many more kills do I need with this dagger? 16? I guess I probably would have procced the runic effect on it by now, right? If it was runic. Staff of Conjuration. Out there. I don't have anything I could do to negate this guy anyway. I could try to see what the indigo potion does. I have to be further away from him. Oh, the ogre just annihilated me. Okay, that's fine. I was asking for it. I know how to deal with ogres. If I still had the rapier on me, I probably could have dealt with them that way. So is this fire? Let's see. Oh, it's a pit room. Okay. Thought it was going to be fire because of the grass. Maybe those spawn with more grass on the ground on average. Alright, well, we got one that requires fire. Hopefully we get an incendiary dart. I'd rather use those in the incendiary potion. Especially given how much grass is in that room. Ugh. Just accept that I'm probably dead. Staves. Staff of blinking ×3 is kind of good. I do like blinking a lot. Okay. Something I've already obtained is fire related to get into this other vault here. Guess we can maybe Staff of Blinking our way out of disaster here. Fire immunity, well that's nice. Okay. Axe, mace. I think I prefer the axe. It is the first time I've ever popped fire immunity and then the incendiary potion. It's nice like that. Yeah. I probably need to be better at just like, if I get it, what I've been trying to do is save hunting through scrolls until I really have a weapon or a piece of armor that I want to use them on, right? And what that ends up meaning is I get relatively deep and my inventory's full. And I should probably count being on like floor 6 or 7 with a full inventory is like, okay, you need to figure out what these scrolls are. Like, yeah, you're probably going to enchant something that sucks. Or put protect weapon or protect armor on something that sucks, but too bad. Like, it's so important, I think, to be able to just loot stuff without thinking about it, without having to stop and like pick something to drop every single time. That is really bad and greatly slows down the run if you're forced to do it. So I hate being full on inventory, though. I feel like it rarely happens. It's like something that happens when another aspect of the run isn't going well. So, like, I allow myself to be double punished in a way. Okay. All right. Don't fall through the floor. That's fine. Strength. Creeping death. Potion of hallucination really feels like it lasts for fucking ever. Of course. Oh my god, am I gonna die? I was feeling good about this one. Staff of Blinking out of here. I can't blink through enemies. Try to run away. So I can throw this at these guys. No eels, please. Healed a little bit there. Keep experimenting here. I want to see what the axe is first. I feel like your first weapon and your first armor, it's pretty reasonable to identify them before you start dumping enchanting scrolls on them. Fire immunity. What do we got here? One more enemy to kill, 577 more turns with a splint mail. You are hungry. Plus 0 axe, of course. Actually, I want to go up a floor because I fell through the floor. Okay, I have 3 enchanting scrolls. I'm not like in, I need to have a runic weapon and a runic armor before I can consider my run started, but I would like to have at least one of my weapon or armor start at something other than plus 0 to before I start using enchanting scrolls, I feel like. That might be the wrong way to go about it, but... They're just like so ridiculously impactful to how powerful you are. I guess maybe I could come up with some kind of heuristic to be like, okay, if I get this far and I still haven't spent the enchanting scrolls, I just have to spend them on a +0 thing, too bad, you know? I haven't really developed that plan yet. They both suck. Damn, man. Well, an advantage to doing it this way is that I am holding onto the scrolls long enough that I can almost always be certain which one's the enchanting scroll, which wasn't happening prior to last episode. It does mean that I'm probably sacrificing runs when I don't need to. I could probably make these runs last quite a bit longer. Say, if that fucking toad kills me, I'd be pissed. Yeah. You said that... I'm gonna die. Generally speaking, the majority of runs that are successful will get a runic item. It was like 90% of seeds are doable, and among the doable seeds, by the time you finish, you'll have found and identified at least one runic item, like 80% of the time. I probably could have done blink to get out of there twice. I see. Whether or not you realize that it's runic is a different question entirely, but... Like, how well I play is a direct function of, whether or not I feel like I have the weapon and armor to have a run running. Like, as soon as I have, like, a +0 weapon and a +0 armor, like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, like, spam explore until something different happens. I probably should be trying to practice to get better with worse stuff, but... Okay. 2 good rings. Staff of Entrancement. Let's figure out what my cap on uses is. Okay, leather splint mail is not cursed. I see what you're saying. So maybe when I asked that question, you gave that answer, I interpreted it a little bit too strongly. You're basically guaranteed to find a runic before the end, but the chance that you find a runic early enough that it, like, warps your run is significantly lower than 80%. It's maybe more like 40%, 50% on a typical successful run. I know we're just making up numbers here, but it helps me to try to make a strategy. It's kind of the way I think about it is like the ability for an item to be completely run warping is kind of dependent on you seeing it before like the 12th floor, maybe. I guess items you find past that can be run warping, but we know what a Ring of Stealth does. I'd like to see what these both are. Artifact shrines and other authored runics don't spawn in lower floors, so you get past the early floors, you're more likely to find a runic. I see. It's really hard, because, like, enchanting a runic item is fucking insanely powerful. Like, increasing the proc chance by 7% or whatever is probably the most impactful single thing that can happen in the whole game in terms of, like, that one action improving your chance of success over the course of the rest of the run. So to me, that makes it feel extremely bad to use enchanting scrolls on anything that's not runic. But I'm probably over-evaluating that. Staff of Lightning, okay. Do you want to try to tap it out here? Staff of Lightning do kind of shit damage. Okay, 3 casts. It feels underwhelming to me. Still no weapon. I should change my heuristic for when I start trying to use potions to find the Detect Magic potion. +0 Splint Mail. Try the other more different Splint Mail. Let me see. You are hungry. God damn eels, man. I was at full health and just got annihilated by 2 eels there. I wasn't even auto-explore. I was just like trying to walk 2 tiles over. I said earlier that I feel like eels are a little overtuned compared to everything else that can spawn on early floors, and you said that you think that the eels exist to teach the player an important lesson, which you just mean like play deliberately, like don't rush, or do you have a more of a defense of eels in their current form? I think them being strong and tanky and teaching the player that you ought to run away rather than fight them makes sense to me. I just kind of wish that their max hit was a little bit lower, if that makes sense. Or that it scaled with floor and got nastier on later floors. Okay, so probably can ocean over there. Eels can hit hard, even late game. I guess it's not even like sometimes you should run away. It's like frequently you should run away. Most of the time it doesn't really help you to fight enemies. Yeah. Wait out confusion. course. Today is Potion of Descent Day. It's crazy. I guess I didn't realize that the lightning staff would pierce through enemies. That is helpful. Of course. All right, are you a potion of levitation? Holy fuck, what the... There must be a way to get over there that's already rolled up to this point. Established, right? So maybe there's just a door that goes back there, which would be kind of funny. Am I tripping here? I guess it could be something that's behind like a hidden something or other. I mean, there's levitation. They would never, like, say that teleportation counts as a valid way to cross a gap, right? It could be a spider that I have to cross the spider's webs to get to it, but they wouldn't do that this early since there's no spiders that can spawn on depth 2, right? So does this mean that I'm definitely missing a potion somewhere? It wouldn't let you teleport there anyway? Okay. There's a lever somewhere. Which is, given that I've already explored the floor, is going to have to be in a secret area. Oh, okay. So I'd have to search. I understand. I see. Thank you. I feel like those are kind of uncommon. That might be like the third or fourth one I've ever seen. War Axe, Ring of Reaping. It's not great, but not terrible. +0 chainmail. Fuck. Lots of different puzzle mechanics I just happen to have not seen. It's interesting. Wand of Polymorphism. I feel like this is a really shit first 3 floors in terms of drops so far. Okay. See no way down. You know. Oop. Was a pit bloat. Hate this. I'm dead. This sucks. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. That's fine. That's fine. I do get a lot of dopamine from finally feeling like I can start experimenting with my potions and scrolls. So a spear is the second most likely thing to be runic after a dagger, because it's only barely better than a dagger, right? Okay. 80% for a dagger, is it like 60% for a magical spear? Armor yet. Let's see what this staff is ASAP, though. Staff of Poison. Okay, shitty Staff of Poison, but still potentially helpful. How are we doing with this thing? 4 more enemies? No armor yet? Spear of Confusion. Okay, all right, we gotta run. Maybe. I guess we could just start enchanting that immediately, although let's hold out a little bit to see if I can confirm or infer which one is the enchanting scroll. Can't break the degeneracy at the moment. All right. Let's go into play seriously mode, though, which I haven't been doing for the last 58 minutes. All right. So, there's no grass out here. So, what are the things that are bad that could happen? Potion of Strength. That's great. Just pop the other one. Today is Potion of Descent Day. It's kind of wild. So whenever you Potion of Descent, does it always tell you where the way back up is? I feel like I've had runs where I just never see the Potion of Descent at all. It's crazy how much I'm getting it. Telepathy. Detect magic. Okay. Okay. I have another potion of detect magic is like my favorite item in the whole game. Probably overvalue it. But like just knowing what the fuck I'm doing is huge, I feel like. Oh god. Don't have any way out of this, do I? I'm still on leather armor. Ah, that's a fuck. That sucks, man. I overestimated the strength of a +2 runic spear for dealing with slimes. Slimes are more powerful than they appear to be. I think that slimes are kind of like a do you have better than leather armor check in some ways. I should have just tried to enchant the spear and just been like, well, if one of these ends up being protect armor, too fucking bad. I guess the reason I wasn't enchanting it was that I didn't know which of my 2 stacks of scrolls was a enchanting scroll. But if one of them was protect armor, who cares? Because I had 2 of both of them, right? So I would have had another protect armor scroll for whatever armor I ended up equipping instead. So that one I can see was just a misplay on my part. And it's always a misplay on my part, but that one I'm able to like internalize the lesson learned for next time, if that makes sense. Sometimes it'll be my fault and I won't internalize the lesson. Okay, so I know that what I have is already not cursed. Ring of Light, Ring of Regen. Hard to say no to. Yeah, pretty early opportunity to start experimenting here. Strength, life. Other weapons that are in here are Whip and Warpike. Whip has an okay chance to be enchanted or runic. The War Axe is almost guaranteed to not be, right? But not quite guaranteed to not be. Only the Broadsword and the Warhammer are guaranteed to not be. Oh, I see. So if I already found the way down on the previous floor, that's why it refills the way back up. Got it. See no path for further exploration. 3 more enemies. Not fun to try to do that with a monkey, but we got it. Fuck. It's really funny, like, I feel like the way that I know that I'm fighting an eel isn't that I see the sprite for the eel, it's that I see that I have 40% health. Plus 0 War Axe. Okay, so temptation then is to just go back then. 540 more turns. Try one of these other weapons. Plus 0 scale mail. Pain. I'm gonna try the splint mail or a weapon. Let's do a weapon. Could see if one of these is detect magic, right? It is. Okay, so that's not helpful. I guess it means nothing that I have is magical. Okay. Awful. Alright, well, if nothing that I have is magical, then let's get the War Axe back. And get the Ring of Regen back. Keep living my miserable life here. More armor over this way. Or leather armor. Come on, be runic. We have gotten kick-ass, highly enchanted leather armor before, and that was cool. We got a leather armor that was more defensive than plate armor one time. With martyrdom, which I think is about as good as it gets. Weak with hunger. Do pro players pretty much free allied NPCs no matter what? I forgot to equip this. Seems like that's probably correct to always have the ally because it's just something that can help you no matter what until they die. I just really don't like the inconvenience of suddenly having to deal with a enemy monkey. So I've been freeing anything that's not a monkey, but that might be incorrect. Still food. Let me see. Sure, like for a specific floor or whatever. God. Eels everywhere. I really hate these, like, swamps where the eels can chase here. I might be dead. Let's see. Yeah. I hope I get, like, one okay run. It would be tragic to do better and better and better on every Brogue stream and then just, like, completely fall apart on the last episode. There's 2 vaults on this floor, it seems like. Okay. Ring of... I like both the transference ring and the regeneration ring, but the reason I go for the transference ring is I think it's more likely to acutely save my ass. I can immediately infer, like, I lived there because of the ring of transference, whereas the ring of regeneration might also save my ass, but not in a way that it'll be obvious to me that that's why I won, if that makes sense. Oh, it's not actually 2 vaults. I just unlocked the thing that let me into the vault. Okay, I understand. Are magical rings equally likely to be any enchantment level, or rapier's not cursed? Hey, Bucky, how you doing? I see. I feel like I get +3 rings relatively often. You mean 3 is rarer than 2 is rarer than 1? Gotcha. I just wasn't sure with rings since they're always guaranteed to have some level of magic on them, right? Ring of Stealth, okay. It was the hallucination. Three more enemies. Oh, there's some splint mail. Alright, now we can start fucking around. So potions first. Potion of life. Potion of strength times 2 is cool. Levitation. Darkness. Speed. Hallucination, which lasts forever. Detect magic. Okay. That's what I was going for, but my shit sucks, as usual. Okay. This is probably... enchanting? Okay. Don't really care for wands. I feel like I should be spending identify scrolls on wands. Being both blinded and hallucinating is pretty terrible. The first time I've had that happen. Blue potions. Okay. Bunch of negative shit. Be interesting to try to go back and watch through the VODs, but I think my best runs have all been runs where I got multiple potions of detect magic relatively early. Just the additional, like, certainty is huge for being able to make confident decisions, you know? Everything is gold, which sucks. No longer hallucinating is nice. Guaranteed shit war axe. Second ring of transference. I think that's worth it. We know it's not cursed, so that's cool. Fuck you, Mr. Eel. +3 is more common than +1. Interesting. Weak with hunger. I love a teleportation charm. That shit's great, actually. I don't know, maybe that's actually the enchanting scroll if it's 3 of them that quickly. Even more enchanting? Okay. Let's get rid of our non-magical garbage here. Too full to pick up leather armor. It's not cursed. That's probably enchanting. Okay. I guess I could enchant the Ring of Transference. Is that generally considered a bad idea, spending your resources on enchanting rings? Because it depends on the ring, maybe? Trying to figure out what my negative potions are here. Indigo potion. There's another potion of descent. Really? Okay. But are there other rings that you think might be worth enchanting? Best a +1 ring. Oh boy. All right. Let's see what the wand. We know the wand is helpful. Wand of negation. It's fantastic, although it's going to run out. It can be. Okay. It wasn't clear to me whether it was just like always a bad idea to enchant rings. Does the Ring of Regen respond better to enchanting than transference? 48 turns. Gotcha. Is the amount of hallucination you get from a toad like completely random when he inflicts it on you? Because I feel like sometimes it wears off in like 5 steps. It's never quite as bad as a potion of hallucination, but stacks if you get hit multiple times. I see. Well, there's no reason to have potions of hallucination on me, if I recall correctly. I can get rid of my +0 dagger. Wait until I can identify that or detect magic it. Pretty nutty. Potion of life I can just use. Well, I guess we probably want to hold on to it. It's painful. This is probably +0. I feel like I would have known what it was by now if it was better than that. Turquoise potion. It is +3 unknown runic. Let's fucking go. Okay, so let's just enchant the shit out of that. Yeah, how do I not know what it is yet? I just haven't been hit enough times, I guess. Okay, so it's now officially better than plate armor, right? Might be that it doesn't proc on being hit. I see. +2 ring of transference. So let's see, just for shits and giggles, if I can figure out what this is. Fuck. Protect weapon. Fortunately. Torrent of anti-magic. Hopefully I don't regret equipping that ring. -1 ring of clairvoyance, I guess. It's pretty bad, isn't it? That's pretty bad. So it actually reduces my chance to hit, right? Because I'm blind to everything right in front of me. Holy fuck. Wow. I'm only blind to things that are right in front of me. That's even worse. All right, I've got protect weapon on, so I want to equip this. This sucks. I should have just waited until I found, oh shit. Detect magic potion, or I guess a remove curse scroll. I didn't realize the extent to which a single curse ring could be like a death sentence, but now I know. Come on, remove curse. Well, whatever just happened, it spawned a bunch of things that stole from me. Just spawned a bunch of monkeys around me while robbed me. Rude as fuck, man. Can I still lunge stuff with this awful ring? So I still don't know. Oh, right, I gotta re-equip this. Really? That's fucking funny. It did, okay. Yeah, this sucks. See a centipede. Don't want to see a centipede. 3 indigo potions. Centipede weakened me. I can... What the fuck? I think it's like on top of me, isn't it? Hold on. This ring sucks, wow. Huh. So I guess I have no idea what causes this unknown runic armor to proc. It is some kind of percentage chance proc, though. It's like guaranteed to work that way. Weakened, -7. Not all percentage based. You struggle under the weight of the leather armor. I do keep hitting it. I guess it just has too much health for me to meaningfully kill it here. Fuck, man. Defeated something. Maybe it's just that the strength penalty is like really fucking severe. Let me just like chill somewhere and see if I can wait some of it out. Not like that. Paralytic gas. Pretty terrible. Pretty fucking terrible. And I didn't even find out what the runic thing was. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that run could have gone really well if I didn't equip that ring. I guess I learned my lesson. Like, don't... My thought was, like, I can take a small risk here. I can equip the ring. If it's bad, whatever, I'll be able to get a remove curse thing and take it off eventually. Figured, like, gaining more information when the run was going well was the right strategy, but maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I need to be, like, extra conservative. It's like, as soon as I've got good shit, I have to be like, okay, no fun allowed now, under any circumstances. The last thing you can do is to play aggressively now. All right. It's not actually a second room. I'm shocked that that Cursed Clairvoyance ring is that bad. I thought it was like, oh, it's just going to make it so that, like, my max sight radius is penalized. I didn't realize it, like, caused you to be blind in your immediate vicinity. That's, like, so much worse. It almost feels like it's worse than a darkness potion, because a darkness potion is the outer edge of your sight range, isn't it? Yeah, like I said, I know that there's an eel because my health goes down to 40%. That's easier for me to spot than the eel sprite. +7 mystery runic armor that's not proc based. Are there any runic effects where the only way to know what it is to identify it, or is there always something that would reveal what it is? Got a mango. Some of the effects can be obscure. Jasper ring. It's cursed. It's not the really bad curse, but it's cursed. I'm too curious. Like, what's over in there? Nothing. +0 scale mill. Got a cursed ring on me. Yeah, that's okay. Oh no, I died. Not the run with the cursed ring. Okay, immediate plate armor. I guess I can see if it's cursed or not. It is. Great. Fantastic. I really like my idea of if you remove curse on a cursed item that it like inverts the curse. So like the only way to get a positive runic plate armor is to first get stuck with shitty cursed plate armor. Maybe that's too strong, I don't know. The remove curse seems kind of underwhelming as a scroll if it didn't do something like that. Staff of Firebolt, but burned the bridge? I don't think I knew that was possible. Staff of Obstruction. Actually, it doesn't help me here. Okay, so does a Staff of Firebolt light everything on fire in its path? I don't think I was clear about that. Okay. Lesson learned. I thought you, like, launched a projectile and then it lit things on fire on the other end of that path. Staff of Blinking is cool. It is a -1 plate armor. Okay, well, I guess at this point, like, I kind of just need to use scrolls here to get the shit off me. Teleportation, protect armor, but lets me take it off at least, right? Scroll that's in a doorway, that's weird. So is a regular axe, the chance of it being enchanted, like 20% or so? I'm trying to, like, eyeball that stuff better. Let's see, what do I do with my life here? Okay, no worries, I'm just curious. It's not impossible. It's more common than a flail, which is the rarest possible runic thing. Fuck, I'm dead. That put me. Fucking eels, man. Tell you what. 3 more enemies. The axe. Pretty reasonable to find a runic axe, okay. I have yet to have a good run with an axe. I like the idea of the axe a lot. I prefer it to the flail. Damn it. Just get a second axe, okay. That's down, which we don't want. There's up. Is a +0 axe. This is probably our enchanting scroll. Oh god. I'm dead. Okay. Thought I was dead. Now, hold on a minute. Must be a secret door somewhere around here. How does one get in here in the first place? Yeah. Thought I searched that the first time, but... God. I guess I only pressed it a couple times before I had to run away from the eel. Twofold to pick up a door key. All right, let's toss this axe. Are you fucking kidding me? One of these is a strength potion. Other one is incineration. Okay. Thought maybe it would be life since I had multiple copies of it. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Might be my worst consecutive 2 hours of playing this game since my, like, first 2 hours of playing it. It's been really bad. I'm gonna die to jackals. Yeah. And I even had, it's not even like, oh, I haven't gotten any runs with Rudix. I've had 2 of them and I just fucked them both up. But both of those at least were like I know exactly what I did wrong and I know what I would have done differently to have not died. I feel really stupid about trying on that ring. I guess it didn't occur to me that the Cursed Ring of Clairvoyance was that bad. It's really fucking bad. It's like run-endingly bad, it feels like. I wonder if adding potions of detect magic onto the like PRNG, you're guaranteed to get some distribution of them, would be enough to make things slightly more reliable. Like, what is their base rarity? They're the most common, so they're intended to be that, I guess. They're the most common potion that's not a life or a strength potion. But I've definitely had runs where like I never saw one, not even once, so. Okay, we can experiment, I guess. And the ones I did already... No, I haven't done strength yet. There's strength. Is it really? Interesting. Yeah, it feels very strong, right? Because it tells you everything that's in your inventory and everything that's on the floor you're on. I feel like you can get a like ridiculous amount of value from that one item compared to the amount of value you can get from any other item. I wouldn't mind. I don't think that that would be like really disastrous for the balance of the game if you just treated it as a similar item to enchanting life and strength. Even if it was like deliberately rarer than those three, where it's like you're guaranteed to see at least one every, on average, I don't know, even if it's like 10 floors, I think that would be a big deal. Okay, well, +1 splint mail is better than nothing. I guess it could be runic, right? But I wouldn't know because my strength is so bad that the chance for it to proc is super low. It's only if it's 0 that I know for certain that it's not runic. That might be worth going and trying to enchant then. Let's see. Oh, I would? Fuck. Like, once I've worn it, I always know what the runic quality is. I see. Shit. Alright, well. This run's toast. There's a key in there. Weak with hunger. I see. And I guess also you can learn that it's runic early if it happens to proc before you know the enchantment level. That's probably why I got confused. Yes. Wisdom seems good if I've already got... Well, maybe picking it up early is worth it. I don't know. Any penalty on this? I still have some penalty. No, I might be dead. Can you kill this fucking goblin, man? Holy shit. Alright. Come on, I got 2 hours to, like, salvage something here. I haven't even seen a new enemy. No weapons or armor. Still no weapons or armor. Yeah, I would deal with not being guaranteed a weapon or armor if they could make the detect magic a little bit easier. No, Jackal's got me. Sometimes I can't tell, like, in theory, if you're standing at a diagonal to an enemy and there's a wall right next to you, so if I was, like, standing here and an enemy was in the doorway, he can't hit me from there, right? Or are there any exceptions to that? No weapons, no armor. Can't hit across the corner. Okay. Cursed dagger. It's as shit as it gets, I feel like. Oh, really? I didn't know that about the flail axe. That's pretty strong. So can you just, like, walk into the wall? Or do you have to actually, like, move or attack for the flail and axe to do their damage? Non-cursed broadsword. Oh, shit. I think that is my least favorite room, or trap room, just because, like, it's not particularly interesting to avoid. It's just that it's, like, it almost exists to be annoying on auto explore on the early floors. I didn't miss anything. $11 more enemies with broadsword. Chainmail. Cursed chainmail. All right. Not be confused anymore. Creeping death. Okay. None of that was detect magic, which is what I was going for. Ring of Reaping, War Pike, Wand of Beckoning. Check what the other room has. The plate armor is guaranteed to not be cursed. Have to remove curse from the current thing, though, right? +3 Ring of Transference. Protect armor means I can remove this shit. Okay. Because I can just throw it on the plate armor. more broadsword, 6 more enemies. It is a naturally +2 broadsword that is guaranteed to not be runic because I know what its level is and it doesn't say unknown runic. Okay. But the fact that it's automatically enchanted is maybe a good thing. Monkey didn't steal me. Didn't. Still a pink potion. Okay. Weak with hunger. How it do be sometimes. 71 more turns to know what the deal with the plate armor is. Regular ass plate armor, that's unfortunate. Probably should have unequipped the plate armor as soon as I saw that it was unenchanted and switched back to the leather armor. It was the right play there. It does legitimately feel extremely bad, though, to spend an enchanting scroll on something that's not, like, gonna transform your run for you. Okay. Runic whips are relatively common, I guess, because they're not particularly heavy. Less common than a spear. A dagger. I'm always curious. Fuck, it's a cursed dagger. I'm always, like, taken by curiosity whenever I get a dagger or a leather armor, because it's like, if it's like 80% likely to be special. Okay, well, it's not cursed, at least. Great. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm dead. Yeah. Cursed dagger. I'm really mad I fucked up that run with the confusion spear, because I think I had, like, multiple I had, like, 3 enchanting scrolls on me or something. Did get some scale mail. It's not cursed. Eels, man. For sure playing another goblin. Get this fucking monkey. Staff of Firebolt. Great. Ring of Region. No weapon yet, still. Would you ever enchant a staff? I guess there's a couple, like the Staff of Poison seems really strong. If you like happen to already have a +4 staff. Stabs are your most popular enchant targets. That's fucking crazy. +3 scale mail, unknown runic. Let's go. Okay. Breathe. Scroll of Enchanting. Okay. But it's unknown runic. Bunch of shit over there. I'm like endlessly interested in like what are the possible runic stuff that I don't know about. I guess it'd be a good thing to spend a identify scroll on. These guys are actually hitting me pretty hard. This totem always hits, right? Part of the problem. Yeah, I know each +1 is like, it's more effective and it has more charges and it increases the range and everything, but I've gotten better once I started valuing staves better, but you just like enchant a fucking Staff of Blinking or something. This sucks. So they can push me out of a tile. I don't think I realized that before. I need a weapon, game. Can you give me a weapon, please? Okay, that's it for easy items. I guess, is a single enchanting scroll on a staff comparably effective to a single enchanting scroll on a weapon or an armor? In terms of its effect on your success chance for the whole run? Continue to load eels. I see. Get a fucking weapon finally? Okay, it's not cursed. Oh my god. Okay. I thought I fell in the lava and just died. I don't think I've ever had a potion of descent kill me, but I assume it can, right? Like, does the game do something where it doesn't actually roll the next floor until you go there for this? I'm guessing, like, if I knew there was lava there and went to the floor above it and used a potion of descent, I would always fall in the lava and die. But does it try to protect you from a potion of descent just randomly killing you, or have I just gotten lucky that that hasn't happened yet? Okay, potion of strength. Great. Wonderful. Mysterious runes. Can't possibly fall in lava. Okay. Roll of identify. Dampening? What the fuck is that? Okay, that kind of sucks, actually. Only explosions. Wow. Right, so, like, kind of want to know what's up with the spear. Save me some time. It sucks. Of course it does. Wand of Beckoning's pretty good. Does that also mean that, like, there's no scaling effect whatsoever on the dampening runes? Have I just been crazy lucky and every time I've gotten a runic item, it's always been something awesome like Martyrdom? All right, well, that might help. Getting that shit runic item might help break me of my I need to get a runic item or my run isn't real problem. I think I just assumed that it was always going to be something good that scales indefinitely, because that is just happened to have been true before. Is that rare? I thought maybe that just meant that there weren't that many possible things for runic to be. They're all equally likely. So just like crazy that I got it that many times in a row. And I'm like, I guess armor must almost always be reprisal, which is really good because it causes me to do damage if I get hit. I think I've had a lot of problems in this playthrough that kind of derive from... Okay, so it's everything on fire. A lot of problems that derive from the game making me think that there's some kind of thing that's like a pattern, but it was just like I was really lucky in a bunch of different floors without having any way of knowing that, right? Now I don't want to use it on my shitty scale mill, but... I guess I should have done it on the firebolt staff. You are hungry. Fizzles. It's only 2. I feel like you don't want to use it on one that's only 2, right? It's kind of lame. Okay. God, Potion of Darkness. Yeah, Potion of Darkness is less bad than the Cursed Clairvoyance Ring, right? Seems like it. Jesus. You mean like if you don't have a whip? I can actually probably dump that. What is this? Scroll of Enchanting. Okay. So I'm going to back up with a spear when he's off balance. Okay. Pretty great hallway for a spear, I guess. These are weapons. Ring of Awareness. I haven't found the Detect Magic potion yet. This is a Staff of Firebolt that starts at level 3. Maybe I need to, like, think that level 4 staves are ridiculously good for, like, exploration progress. Gas is eating your flesh, isn't it always? Full of recharging, shattering, protect armor, anti-magic. Okay. Oh, the spider's gonna kill me for sure. I'm not on fire yet. I'm in scalding steam, though. The scalding steam doesn't fuck around. Lesson learned. Alright, that was a little bit less embarrassing than the rest of today, but still not great. I'm happy. I was like, okay, so like Reprisal must be one of the like 2 armor enchantments in the game since I got it so many times in a row. So if I can just get, you know, runic armor, then the run is like good to go. So seeing that sometimes the runic effect is garbage and doesn't scale at all is very useful information and will change my decision making, I think. Yeah, I've definitely understood the benefit of like 2-hit staves, but you wouldn't want to like waste an enchanting scroll on a 2-cast staff, would you? Yeah. No, I think one of the most important lessons I've probably learned in the last 20 hours of playing this has been staves are really good. Like almost no matter what the staff is, it's really good. Reliably regenerates. Okay. That's kind of how I was evaluating it in my mind. Like, I'll do it if I have to, but I'd really rather not. I wanted to make sure I wasn't, like, missing out on the math that, like, going from a +2 to a +3 staff of Firebolt is actually really good. It's, like, undesirable, but maybe there are situations where you would do it, I guess, is more accurate. I guess that's the problem with, like, getting good at this game is that you need to have things happen like getting 9 reprisal armors in a row. To learn, actually, that's not how that works at all. I'm not using the wiki for this, but I'm obviously, like, asking y'all questions to help, which would reduce the total time it would take for me to beat it eventually, I think. But I am very curious, like, if you just allowed yourself to Google things, how many fewer hours the game would take you to finish, you know what I mean? I can see what's in there. Ace. This is where I want one of these to be like a detect magic potion, right? It's unfortunate. We don't want that in here. Nope, no detect magic, sadly. It's leather armor. Let's do the rapier. Really? Just not like anything about the way that runic chance is inversely proportional to the weight of the item, right? There's no way to know that in game if you don't just play for a ton of hours and pick up, wow, enchanted armor has never, ever, ever been runic, except when it was cursed. Yeah, let's see. Let's go pick up that armor down in the corner and then start doing some of that. Not cursed, great, okay. Don't want to use those yet, I don't think. Do potions, though. Did I get strength? I did. Because there's so many items on that floor that if I got Detect Magic, I'd go back up and check that. Splint mail. Can try it. Yeah, I think just saying you're more or less guaranteed to get a potion of Detect Magic by floor 10 would be a really big improvement, in my opinion. Because you could still, like, have to play carefully around it, right? Like, you want to try to get the maximum value out of it, so you want to try to use it, experiment with potions on a floor when it's likely to give you information. Let's see what this is. Detect Magic. Okay. Staff of Tunneling, Wand of Negation, Recharging Charm, Polymorphism. Like, that sucks. Oh, well, both of the things I have are magical, though, so... And so is the Splint Mail, so that's great. That's exciting. I happened to take the thing that didn't suck. All right. So, I have a question, but it's annoying to ask, so let me try to phrase it in a way that's not stupid. I know that this chainmail is magical, which means that it is at least a +1. Oh, Aura of Benevolent Magic. Oh, that just means the benefit. Okay. Does the game, when it's like projecting the value of something, if it knows that it's magic, does it project the value as though it's at least a +1, or does it wait until it gets identified to start giving those projections? +1 Ring of Regeneration. That's unfortunate. They're both +1? That's terrible if you said that that's actually less common than +3. This is straight up +2 Rapier that is not runic. Okay. I see. $43 more turns. It's only rings that don't give you their full benefit until identified. Three of those, huh? All right, chainmail is unknown runic. But now we know that runic can suck pretty bad. So I probably shouldn't make decisions based on that. Try to get an identify scroll, I suppose. I guess that's what that could be. Scroll of enchanting. Must be a chainmail of reflection. Interesting. So, very few things count as spells, though, right? I think we still pump this. That's pretty crazy. So it can go up to 70% chance to deflect with a 49% chance to go back to the enemy that cast it on you. Interesting. Torrent of anti-magic. So now I need protect weapon and or protect armor to deal with shitheads. Better than plate. So why did using the enchanting scroll reveal the runic... Why did using the enchanting scroll tell me that was chainmail of reflection? Okay. This is bad. Hi, Bendy, what's up? Vampire bats. Nothing down here? Oh, it's a bug. Interesting. Something to do with, like, enchanting be considered magical or something? Oh. That's that's kind of a cool thing to try to, like, deliberately take advantage of. I feel like I've had that happen before a couple times because of the way I've been handling the scrolls in the first place. It may have also affected my perception of how this shit worked in the first place. Alright, so we're at an 80% chance to deflect spells, which seems cool. Although I feel like I don't have to deal with spells until pretty late along the way. I see. Interesting. Does the scroll also... I guess the scroll also gets identified in the process for free, right? That's a negative scroll. I guess we can just, like... call it... shit scroll, bad scroll. Then I can dump them. Could throw them in the lava, maybe? Not really strong enough to be able to quickly kill a centipede, and I don't have any good staves. Okay. Potion of strength up there. Let's see it. Thank you. Let's see what that scroll is. Health charms, decent. Hard to beat a teleport charm. Alright, well we now know all the bad scrolls. That's good. Interesting. So I guess it just auto ID'd the other one. Makes sense. They're really giving me a lot of enchanting scrolls this run. Alright, now we're getting diminishing returns. So I'd probably stop throwing it on the armor now and see if I can get a better weapon. I think like stuff that I've encountered that counts as spells. So like the goblin totems are spells, right? Does the what do you call it? The spider web attack count as a spell? Spark turrets, that's right. Spider's web isn't, okay. Makes sense that it wouldn't be, but games like this always have weird rules. Those can contain bog monsters now. I figured there was going to be something up there. So, like, you can't just use gaps in the map to infer secret rooms, but if it's like a really big gap, there's probably a secret room. Almost certain, okay. And watch out for bog monsters. Piercing Shriek. Roll of Negation. Staff of Haste, unfortunately. I guess I could use it on my ogre if he stays alive. Thank you, Mr. Ogre. Reesh. Nets and webs are really bad because they guarantee you're going to get hit. I learned that on a recent-ish run. How smart are your allies about stepping on pressure plates that you've already uncovered? Will they, like, never accidentally do that once you've revealed it? I want to see what this is. I know it can't be bad. Sanctuary. Well, it doesn't block my ally, does it? It might. I'll never do it. Okay. Sword. Idiot. Get deflected. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I could trap my own ally with the Sanctuary scroll. Lesson learned, I guess. A little concerned about this acid mound. Remember, I have that health charm. I kind of want to see if the split mail is any good, but... Oh, you made it to me. Hey, buddy. Way to go, sir. I'm proud of you. You just see like what level this is. Let me just spam it here. Is it plus 4 or 5? It's 4. Okay. It's a very strong staff based. Kind of unfortunate. Maybe I can get good value out of it though. $125 turns to recharge. Okay. Do you have negation? The rapier can't lunge through my ally, and staves won't go through my ally. Gotta be a little careful with that, I guess. I guess I can lunge through my ally. Interesting. Okay, I'm still trying to get protect armor. Protect armor would be really nice. Hey, wonderful. Game heard me. You go aggro if you use one on them. Okay. If that's protect weapon, then my day is made. Quivering, pontificating, teleportation. Food tasted delicious. See a spider. Careful with that, they can fuck you up pretty bad and pretty quickly. Is there anything cool here, like a potion of strength or something? No. New kind of potion could be... I already have detect magic. I probably don't want to fuck with that. Until I get detect magic. I gotta get that room that, like, Wand of Beckonings you, because I assume that my ability to reflect it will help me solve it without needing to, like, do weird shit with enemies. I can't, like, multi-haste, right? Like, hasting him again just refreshes the duration of haste. Does it, like, increase the total duration? Or does it, like, raise it up to a cap? Oh, shit. It doesn't stack, okay. Heal up, Mr. Ogre friend. You're being really helpful right now. Come on, protect weapon. Scroll of identify. I guess I can see what... Well, we already know that's magic. Probably wouldn't swap to it. Let's do the axe or the sword. Plus 0 axe, okay. Okay. Need to get a staff of healing again. I wonder if you get to this point where you've got a pretty good setup, and at this point it's like fully exploring the floor is maybe not worth it because you're spawning more enemies. You should just like look for the next floor and go. That sucks. I guess I can... Well... It's about to be bad no matter what. Let's throw this at him. Uh-oh, that's not good. Might kill my ogre friend. Regen for a bit, Mr. Ogre friend. Alright, that sucks. Do not like having that much... Too many webs. Enemy walking in while I'm trying to work through the webs could just, like, fuck me up really fast, we learned. Okay. Another spider, holy shit. Hit the spider in its sleep. Okay. Great. I feel like I might have enough charges on this thing that I could just keep this guy, like, perma-hasted if I just watch the bar on it. We'll see. I guess it wears off pretty fast. Maybe not. He does flee when he's in trouble, so that's good. Yeah, exactly. As long as I do it right when the encounter is about to start. Speaking of important encounter. Should I let him fight the spider? He seems to be doing a good job of it. So yes. This is bad. Yeah. The scroll of negation, what does it remove from wraiths? It makes it so they can't move as fast and stuff. Just says the pink jelly is stripped of its special traits. Oh boy. Lost my buddy, which is sad. No longer invisible. It's a scroll of aggravate monsters. Okay, holy fuck, are you kidding me? Jesus. Okay, so I should have just, like, tunneled through the wall, I guess, instead of doing this. That is more than I thought there were. Guess that's interesting. The door can, like, force them to take most of the damage from the caustic gas. Okay. That's a scroll of enchanting. I have to go get it. What do we think these guys are? Another scroll of enchanting? Shit. What is this room? What a room. All right, let's see. Is the sword special? +3 sword. Guaranteed to not be runic, right? It does pretty significantly increase my damage, but it's no longer giving me the extra turns of the rapier. At this point, if I continue to upgrade the chainmail, it is going to make me harder to hit, but the actual runic effect is kind of mild in comparison. If I upgrade the rapier, I'm just making it do more damage, but I'm not getting anything particularly exciting out of it. And accuracy. Yeah. Really like the way the rapier gives me some room to make more mistakes, but I guess the idea is that the rapier only attacks twice for every one hit of a sword. This is maybe a mistake, but increase your current damage by 61%. Okay. fuck. Killed the spider before it was problematic, though, so that's good. Dispatch the spider in its sleep is great. Sucks. Thought I had a potion of life on me. I guess I don't. I have a health charm, though. I'm just getting fucked up right now by that, aren't I? Wow. Nausea is what's kicking my ass. Let's chill here for a sec. Oh, that's... Did I get stuck in a web? No. When they came up, they got stuck in webs. Potion of Detect Magic. Okay. Let's heal. I am hitting the Wraith pretty hard, so that's cool. Guess I could just use it on this floor. Or I could gather what's on this floor and use it on the next floor. Let's do that. Here's a potion of life. Troll pummels you. Ignore the turrets here, because they should almost all get reflected constantly, which is cool. Guardian Charm. Spark turrets reflecting. This is my last food for now. The Ogre Totem buffs the allies instead of attacking me, right? Kills its allies, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. That went badly, much more quickly than I thought it was going to. What's his chance to hit me? 17% chance to hit you. All right. What, if anything, can I do about this guy? Can use Detect Magic to see what my other shit is and see if one of these is a negative potion. I could throw the Paralysis Potion at it. Not even close to that. I didn't realize a troll was hitting so fucking hard. Holy shit. Troll is paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. That's bad. When he's... I don't think I understood this. So when he's paralyzed, if I hit him once, does it break his paralysis? I thought he was going to be paralyzed for like 3 more turns. That's really sad. He really got me a bunch of times with that 17% chance to hit. Okay, so paralysis is ended when you hit a paralyzed creature is what killed me there. I probably could have ran and rested, but I was like, oh, I can get over there while he's paralyzed and I get guaranteed hits and hit him like 5 times and beat him, right? It's unfortunate. At least that wasn't a completely shameful run. +3 banded mail, but not runic. An embarrassment of riches when it comes to armor in this run, apparently. Is fire guaranteed to spread to if there is an adjacent grass tile, will it always spread to that tile no matter what? Going badly. I'm dead, right? Yeah, okay. I see. Nothing. All staves, protection, entrancement. I wish the blinking one was level 3. So I got a broadsword. That sucks. I'd rather use a spear. Not cursed. My first time seeing a fire immunity key challenge, I think. Oh wow, I thought the healing was gonna... I guess I didn't have any armor yet. Jackals are mean. Plate armor, scale mail of absorption. Oh, interesting. That seems pretty good. We like that. Okay. So normally armor only grants you chance to not take damage for the enemy to miss, but that also has damage reduction on it. Just gotta find a weapon. Yeah, right. Here's your introduction, given that you've only been getting the same kind this whole time. +2 scale mail of absorption, which means use damage inbound attacks by random amount between 1 and 2. Okay. But it's always going to be a random amount between, it'll be 1 and 3. So, like, it's still a random chance whether it is significant reduction. Let's see. Light. Gotta hate eels, really do. Check the rest of the floor and come back to it, I guess. You defeated the eel. New transference, a rapier. Okay, so now I can experiment with shit. Potion of strength. Potion of life. Potion of speed. Fire immunity. Do not dive into the depths, thank you. Got it. I see. Oh, then it goes up to 6. That having to roll makes it a little bit less exciting than like the reprisal armor, I feel like. It's still pretty good, but do not dive into the depths. All right, what are we checking out here? Staff of Fireball 2, 1 of plenty. Let's see if the whip is... Visibility charm is probably good. I'm going to pick up the whip. I'm going to see if the rapier is enchanted. I'm going to see if the whip's enchanted, and then I'll switch stuff around. I think I'll like come back and swap it out for a charm or something. God, I detest eels so much. This last run, I realized that trolls hit like a fucking truck, even if their hit chance is shit. They're still way too dangerous. Weak with hunger. Yeah. What do I know already? Life and strength. So if I were to check those, it would be hunting for detect magic. I will hunt for detect magic. Should have done it on the next floor, though, but... Right, so the rapier is magical. I guess I was about to find that out. I thought it was, because it felt like I was doing more damage to the eels than I usually do. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. Got to start enchanting that guy. I'm going to die to something really stupid now, right? Infusion's a really good one, too. It's one that's potentially a run saver. Especially since it's a rapier, so I can, like, get multiple chances to proc it since I'm hitting so much. It's 3 Ring of Light. See how it goes here. Yeah, it's awesome. +4 Rapier of Confusion. Yeah, so we just gotta, like, dump. I probably should have saved my enchanting scrolls, but I guess getting a couple on the scale mail is pretty good. How much? I guess the game never reveals how much damage, how much health you have, right? Like, at level 1 with no life scrolls, how much HP do you actually have? Oops, no, don't do that. I think I can infer it, right? Because this says it has a chance to do, but it just tells you percentage of your current health, not... It doesn't convert that into damage, so that's weird that the scale mail of absorption... I guess I can infer from this, right? 10% of your max health, so I have 60 health right now? Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Or to use the default. Would track, because I've used 1 life potion. Okay, so we really badly want Protect weapon, protect armor. That ain't gonna cut it. Oh, I see. Doesn't this say if the scale mail is enchanted, this is maximum amount? Oh wait, I guess it's okay. 10%. Okay, I was like thinking if I got an upgrade, but it doesn't project. It just tells you what it's going to go up to. I gotcha. Let's go ahead and call this bad scroll. Come on, good scroll. Not that kind of good scroll. Do not degrade my rapier. Thank you very much. Oh my god, I want something that's protect. Definitely dump this shit spear. Jump all this shit. Good to have a potion of life on me. Remove curse. Watch out for this acid mound. It'd end badly for me if the dudes come attack me while I'm fighting the acid mound. Scroll of magic mapping. Oh, they do? Okay. Interesting. Come on, what's the chance right now of getting protect armor, protect weapon? 13%. I guess 26% between the two of them. I don't need both. I'd like to have both, but I can deal with just one. Fuck. If you escape, they return to the shrine, I see. Game just being mean. Well, it's very nice that it gave me 2 runic items, so can't really complain. It does feel, and I guess I can't prove this, but it really feels to me like it's set up so that there's like 1 or 2 scrolls and 1 or 2 potions that are incredibly rare for that run. actually want to get both of those guys. He's confused. Yup. Windmill slam the rapier. All right, we're at... So we're starting to get diminishing returns, but I think they might still be worth it, to be honest. Like, Confuse is so powerful. I feel like the way Confuse works is it says that the confused creature is equally likely to move in one of all 8 directions, right? Which is like giving you a stacking source of like 80% miss chance from the enemy. I can't fit through there. More acid mounds on this floor because this game is mean sometimes. More remove curse scrolls. It's shitty. Allies up there. I think I need to go get them. Oops, that's bad. Another acid mound. Move slow. I don't accidentally fuck up the acid mound here and get myself in big trouble, you know? Thank you, Mr. Ogre. Really appreciate it. Okay. I just want to get a protect armor, protect weapon just to like reduce the like input tax. I have to do a bunch of inputs every time I encounter one. Potion of strength. Game really likes to throw them at me. This Confusion Rapier kicks fucking ass, man. It's really good. I think I got one a long time ago, and I got, like, knocked back by an ogre into lava or something like that. One of those, like, you need this to happen to know to watch out for it. Deaths. It was unfortunate it happened to be on a run where I had a really, really, really good, potentially run-winning item. Invisibility charm could be nice, although I'm kind of underwhelmed by invisibility. Boy. What do I have? I already have detect magic, so I don't really want to fuck around with potions anymore. I need to fuck around with scrolls, but just kind of getting fucked on scrolls right now, it seems like. Thought I'd check. Uh-oh. You've developed a telepathic bond, so that just happens after you've been hanging out with them for a long time, is the idea? Uh-oh. Okay, killed the spider. Does it confer any benefits other than, like, just the basic thing of being able to see them regardless of where they are? I was wondering if it, like, makes it less likely for you to hit them when you're confused or hallucinating or whatever. Number of turns. Faint with hunger. Caustic gas, doer. Ouch. I need like an awareness ring at this point. Ocean of Strength. Got you, motherfucker. Roll of Enchanting. Okay. Even though it's only 4% now, I feel like that's huge. Like, I think it's worth it even at like 3%, I would almost say. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. It'll be significantly more likely to affect my chance to win the run than putting it on my armor. Scroll of Identify. Alright, I feel like at this point we have to start identifying the wands so I can get the max uses out of whatever they are. Wand of Teleportation. Could be a lifesaver. I hate this giant open room filled with enemies. This shit sucks. Try to confuse the Wraith. Okay. Got Scroll of Enchanting. Please be Protect. Teleportation. Shit. I should have grabbed the other one first. Underneath your ogre. I go up a floor and get my guy back at some point. All right, let's see. 33% chance to confuse. Still 4%, so it's not gone down from there. What is this? Another Scroll of Enchanting. Yeah. See if I can find my guy must have died to a Wraith or something. Oh, it's not the right floor. Okay. Let's go hit the Scroll of Enchanting. That's pretty important. Do not step on that pressure plate. Thank you. That would be certain death. Puking sucks. Those guys get, like, deleted now. It's really cool. Up to 37%. Okay, now it's going down to 3% per upgrade. I think it might still be worth it at 3% per upgrade. I think Confuse is, like, a ridiculously powerful effect for me to be able to inflict on the computer. Fire immunity charm. Oop, shit. Keep plunging through holes, man. Blood trap, okay. One shot the centipede. Pretty cool. I'm gonna try to recover my Goblin Mystic if I can. I think food is something I kind of have to worry. Oh, I have 2 rations. Okay. He's still up here. Okay. Hey, friendo. I guess they can get super confused, huh? They're on a different floor. Still don't have protect armor or protect weapon. Okay. They'll jump in the hole after me if they can survive it. Interesting. Hey guys, what's up? Like fighting them because they drop scrolls and potions and stuff. They managed to kill my ally? That sucks. Spark turret got him from up here, I think, actually. Hungry. My fear right now is I'm going to run into an acid mound paired up with another enemy. I'm going to have to take my shit off, and then the other enemy is going to kill me while my shit's off. I'm only as strong as my gear. Okay. And fire immunity. He won't, like, stupidly follow me into the lava or anything like that, right? Let's use the charm first. 19 turns. I might have to use the potion to get out, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I guess it was necessary because of where the exit was. Scroll of negation, remove curse. I feel like those remove curse scrolls are going to be useless to me now, but I still don't have a second ring, so maybe not. Potion of strength. Okay, let's see. Additional bonus of +2 because of your excess strength, 1.75 because of your excess strength. Oh, I see. Strength also affects the enchantment on runic gear. I don't think I knew that. Pack is too full for chanting. Okay, hold on. Probably will not be swapping to these weapons. Plus 10 Rapier of Confusion instead of 42% chance now. I guess I would like to know if I get like a detect magic potion, whether any of them are magical, so I'll hold on to them for now. Maybe there's a reason I'd want to swap to them briefly, but... One shot the spider. So does the magic mapping scroll also show you all the trap locations? I don't think I realized that before. I love that, like, wraiths get turbo fucked by confusion because they can't even, like, flee anymore, right? See the acid mound up there. Very careful near it. Thank you, ogre friend. Well, this feels like this is a really good run to end on, right? Well, no matter when I die, I'm probably going to die. I've seen how quickly you can go from full health to dead many times. Oh, shit. Didn't realize that they could knock you back like that. Okay. Oh, God. Alright, it's fine. Chill out. Steam vents. Something hits your ogre. Your ogre defeated something. I never did figure out what the fuck that was. Happened to me in a previous attempt here. Oh god. Teleport my ogre out of here? Oh god, there's a Naga down there, there's a Salamander down there. If I let my ogre go down there by himself, he's gonna die for sure. I could go down and Scroll of Negation, I guess. Oh no, the Salamander defeated me. You like hitting me across this corner somehow? Wow, shit went south really fast. Not quite a PB, but a good attempt, I think. So yeah, I get. Oh, it has a whip attack. Okay, I guess lesson learned. I was doing my best to get away. Maybe there was some other like scroll. I had a potion of life on me, but I thought I had plenty of tiles to escape, and I didn't think it could get me around that corner. I certainly didn't think it could one-shot me around that corner. I thought maybe the Scroll of Negation would, like, disable all of their special abilities. I liked Brogue a lot. I think this was a very instructive game to play. I was happy to play a game that's so close to the original Rogue. It caused me to ask a lot of questions, like, does it really need to be this way? And I think I'm convinced, you've convinced me that, yes, it does need to be this way. And it helped me develop some ideas I've been thinking about in game design a lot lately, which one of them is that, like, there can be a law of chaotic motion, three-body problem equivalent thing in game design where, like, you know, you can model the effects of a single game mechanic and you can understand, like, what it does to change that game mechanic in one direction or another direction to adjust the knob. You can kind of model the effect of two mechanics as they interact with each other, but as soon as you have a genre that's dependent on three, like, core mechanics or more, it becomes very difficult to be able to precisely say what happens if we turn this knob. What is that going to do to the other two knobs or three knobs or four knobs or five knobs or whatever? And I think that usually that kind of chaos means that it's not a good idea for your game to have too many interacting mechanics like that. Most of the time when you have too many interacting mechanics like that, it makes it very difficult for you to make good changes to your game that don't ruin it, because you as a developer kind of lose the ability to make thoughtful, intentional changes that don't have like gigantic, unforeseeable downstream consequences, right? But there are a handful of incredibly brilliant games that almost by accident emergently have mechanics that work together beautifully that you really can't fuck with them. And I think that the true non-roguelite roguelike, like a game that is actually like the original Rogue, like this or ADOM or Golden Crown Hotel or whatever, is one such genre where it's like, the reason people fight about what can you remove from a roguelike and still have it be a roguelike is that you really can't touch it. You really can't fuck with it. Another genre that's like that are Souls-likes, right? Like every time a new dev that's not FromSoft tries to make a Souls-like, they fuck with something, and like the one thing they fuck with is enough to cause the whole house of cards to collapse. I've had that experience with the Star Wars Jedi game. I don't dislike that game, but it like changes just enough things that it like completely stops feeling like a Souls-like at all, which is wild because like if you just list the bullet points of a game like Star Wars Jedi, they all line up with what defines a Souls-like. But just like the couple things that they adjusted the knob a little bit, it breaks it and it snaps the illusion for me. So while I still end this playthrough of Brogue kind of annoyed by a couple things like, man, I wish I could detect magic potions more easily, or man, I wish they would guarantee, you know, not necessarily a magical weapon and armor, but some kind of weapon and armor by floor 4 that's not the starting dagger and the starting leather armor. Like, I have those little nitpicks, but I also recognize that all of those nitpicks are completely cursed. That if you wanted to fuck with them, you're gonna unavoidably cause issues down the line, and I have almost no ideas for this game where I think they could make the change and not lose something in the process. And that's rare in game design anyway. I think it is rare to be able to change something about your game and not have some kind of unintended trade-off. And it sounds like this community edition of Brogue is so conservative that all of those changes already exist in the game. So like them projecting like what all the percentage chances are for the remaining potions, like auto-identifying stuff for you if there's only one remaining potion or one remaining scroll, is already that's already like the extent of the quality of life stuff they can do without spoiling the experience. So if anyone wants to put more Brogue out in the future, I'd be down to play more of it. I will probably never beat it. I will probably lose almost all the information from this 26 hours of playing it, which means we'll be starting over, which would be unfortunate. Some of the stuff from this is going to stick with me. There's going to be certain things like, oh, I'm going to remember the spider is really dangerous, right? I'm going to remember that being trapped in a web is really bad. But there's a lot of like little things that I feel like you really need to memorize from run to run. Like salamanders have a whip attack, and they can even hit you around a corner, and that can kill you if you're low. It's like you need to be able to learn something from every single run and document it somewhere or be playing it constantly until you beat it. But it was really fun to play. This game was insanely addictive. Like, there's sometimes I'll play a game and I like look at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like it's been an hour. And I look at the clock and it's been like 15 minutes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I have the exact opposite with Brogue. Brogue, it just flies by. Like I could imagine sitting here and playing this game for hundreds of hours without even thinking about it. So I'm probably going to recommend it to some of my friends who are interested in the genre who haven't tried it before. Yeah, and thank you for your help. Like, I think that playing it on stream is a borderline optimal way to do it because you can give nudging hints. I don't feel like I'm Googling stuff. You know, I can ask questions and you can decide how much of information to give me. It did feel cool, despite having no progression effects, to get so much further over the course of this time playing than I did on the first run. And yeah, I think it was still kind of, I'm still playing it wrong in the sense that I'm like trying to fish for a good run before I start taking it seriously. Because like, I feel like that's probably my biggest problem with the roguelike is I don't like that at the beginning of a run, it really feels like you want to go fast to get to the good part, but you need to be playing it like ultra conservatively the entire time, always, no matter what, whether it's you're at the good part or not. You know what I mean? You need to not be pressing the X button. You need to be like carefully searching everything and deliberately doing stuff. And from my perspective, it's like, well, I would rather just have the first 10 minutes of the run. I'd rather fail fast, right? I'd rather see if things are going well and then just die and get it over with and start over and see if I have a better start than play it well all the time. And I think that's probably just going to be a cap that's going to prevent me from ever getting good at these games. Streaming probably makes that worse. So that's like a flaw. That's one of my flaws as a gamer, regardless of streaming. But while I'm streaming it, I'm like, I don't want to just be on floors 1 through 4, moving through floors 1 through 4 at a glacial pace just to increase the chance that I get to 5, 6, 7, and 8, you know? But I worry that that's unavoidable. That like what makes these games so exciting is the idea that at any moment you could go from full health to fucking dead, right? And that you're pausing constantly to think about, okay, do I use my wand? Do I use my staff? The first win in the genre is a combination of god loot with enough skill to not completely throw it. Yeah, that makes sense. That was a god loot run, and I probably could have redeemed it if I knew that I was in so much danger from the Salamander. I think they could probably add a Babby's First roguelike mode and give you an extremely limited rewind power. like a turn. Because I think that's honestly the case, is that most of the time when you die in this game, if you had simply made a different decision on the turn that you died, you could have turned things around a lot of the time. It's a surprisingly amount of the time. And I feel like that kind of training wheels tool, you'd want to have some kind of mode that gives you extra points or something if you don't use it, right? Because you want to show off that you didn't need to use it. But I do feel like that would mitigate the problem of like, I'm playing, oh fuck, I'm dead. It's the same problem with like Fortnite has this issue, right? Like Fortnite, you're looting. Somebody got the jump on you and killed you in 2 hits and you're dead, you know? It's kind of the era of the Twitch shooter does this, and it's crazy that's been a thing with roguelikes for 40, 50 years almost. But I think that as a training wheels mechanic for most of these games, you could add a 1-turn rewind, and I feel like what it would mostly do, the game would still be really hard. Even if you could rewind by 1 turn, I think in the majority of cases, you would still probably die, you know, against most enemies. But it could give you the opportunity to find out, like, am I dead, right? Like, what could I have done? Could I have used this wand that I never use? Could I use this staff that I never use? And it could allow you to learn more quickly, I think, would be the main utility of it. It wouldn't necessarily get you to win a run more quickly, but you could have more opportunities to learn lessons that don't require this, like, giant investment up front. It's kind of like the problem of, like, a really difficult Souls-like boss whose patterns you need to learn, but those patterns don't show up until phase 3, and you still don't have phase 1 and 2 completely solved. You're only getting there, like, 10% of the time, right? I think that kind of undesirable. As much as I like Souls games, I prefer Souls games where they do a thing where it's like the later phases have twists on existing mechanics instead of just completely getting new attacks. That's something that I really liked about 9 Souls. 9 Souls had some, like, spectacularly difficult bosses, but it was able to help you, like, every time you attempted it, whether you got to phase 3 or not, you were learning phase 3 without realizing it. So I think roguelikes may be pivoting a bit to offering an extremely limited rewind mechanic that's just really framed as this is your opportunity to learn. I feel like you could even do it, you could do it diegetically, and you can say, like, this is a Kill Bill 5-point palm exploding heart technique thing, right? It's like you can rewind, but you're doomed. Like, once you press the like, you just died and you're dead. You're not coming back from dead, but you can press rewind and you can try like 5 or 6 different things, and then you actually die for real. I feel like that alone would let you shave off a huge amount of time that's not spent in the exciting phase of a roguelike, which is dying to something novel, right? You have to, like, do a lot of grinding to get back to the point where you're dying to something novel again. And I think just giving you some opportunity right when you died to play around with the shit that was in your inventory would be really cool. But I really enjoyed Brogue. Thanks for voting for it. I do think that voting for it for 24 hours was perfect. I think we got to see a really good vertical slice of the game. I'm sure there's more to see if you were to go further with it, but it would probably be blood from a stone to keep playing to 100. More roguelikes in the future. These are fun.